You know, harvest time is a very special time of year for farmers, and it's especially gratifying when the fruits of all of their hard work goes to support those who are less fortunate. The Coaldale-Lethbridge Foodgrains Project held their annual harvest event and barbecue. It took place at a field just east of Coaldale, owned by George and Dorothy Mathies. Now, last year, the event raised over $150,000 for the Canadian Foodgrains Bank. Organizers are confident they'll reach that mark yet again this year. BCN's Browne was out at the event and has the details.
Farmers from throughout the Lethbridge and Coaldale areas converged on a local field Tuesday afternoon to bring in a harvest of generosity. A total of 15 combines and 8 trucks rolled into the swaths of barley, while an appreciative crowd of community members cheered them on. Chairman of the Lethbridge Coaldale Foodgrains Project, Ed Donkersgood, says the annual event has raised an average of $150,000 a year for the last 17 years.
We basically organize a small army of volunteers to do every piece of the preparation in the spring, from herbicide application and crop protection products, as well as seeding and irrigating and taking fertilizer, and then ultimately the combining and baling of the crop at harvest time.
The money raised by this local event for the Canadian Foodgrains Bank will be matched by the Canadian government and used to provide food aid throughout the world. Alberta Regional Representative Abe Jansen says the Foodgrains Bank was able to feed over 1 million people in 40 different countries thanks to harvests across Canada.
About 60% to 70% of that money goes to food aid, meaning emergency food. Syria, Sudan, Gaza, those are Yemen, those are some of the hot points right now in the world where people are extremely food insecure. They're starving.
The barley harvested from this quarter section will be sold at market value to local feed yards and livestock producers, many of whom add their own donation. Donkersgood says he is always amazed at how much can be accomplished by a dedicated group of supporters.
I wish I could bottle the feeling of joy and appreciation for our community. We've got less than 200 people on an annual basis that come together and raise a small fortune. And if you think about that, that's not a large crowd of people, but it sure is a heck of a lot of money.
A large crowd also turned out for a barbecue at the event sponsored by ATB. The barbecue will add another $10,000 to $20,000 to the fundraising total. For Bridge City News, I'm Browne.